Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Have you ever felt like you've been bourbon bullied?
A sinister triple dog dare.
I triple dog dare you!
Schwartz created a slight breach of etiquette by skipping the triple dare.
I'm just kidding there, of course. So, those that know the channel know I am a huge Dolphin fan. Absolutely huge Dolphin fan. And, Bourbon School, Brian and Lauren, they're just awesome people. If you haven't checked out their channel, please check out their channel. But they happen to be up in that Western New York area. And Brian and I, we had a little wager earlier this year that I lost. And so I ended up getting him a nice pour, and I had to wear some Bill stuff. My intent was to burn it when I was in Italy, but I was having so much fun that we never got to the fire part. So I just left it in the Malpensa Airport Hotel hanging there because I'd never wanted to bring it back to the States. But here we are, last week, last game of the regular season. Dolphins, Bills for it all. Now, I promise after being loquacious here, I will get to a little bit of a hunt video. But this is big time important for me. So Brian upped the ante. He says, hey, how about instead of a pour, we do a local bottle? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Let me see what else I can lose. But you know what? Love my team. And that's the fun part about it. It's a win-win situation. If I win, I get a great bottle from that area. Brian gets to wear some Dolphin colors. That hasn't been defined yet whether Lauren will be wearing some Dolphin colors. But either way, Brian will be wearing some Dolphin colors and I'll get a great bottle. Even if I lose, my Dolphins are still in the playoffs. We're banged up, but I'm hoping we'll get a little bit healthier as we go. It sucks that we lost both of our pass rushers. Of course, I bet with my heart, not my head. But you know what? Bourbon School would get a nice bottle from this area, which is something that they wouldn't have, that they can showcase something locally. So it's a win-win situation. Plus, it's always fun. But to help change the juju, and the sun just came out, so I'm sure that this is going to look really interesting now. I've got these awesome bottles here that I won from Too Tall Paul, which is neat because there's a neat story behind this. And so there's an ABC and an ABC. So there's two kind of blinds of each. Of course, my wife says something all the time. I think it's about I don't listen, but I can't remember. But he had sent an email, and clearly in the title it said spoiler, and I opened it up just because I'm so excited to get an email that I read what they were. So I'm like, ah. So I got some amazing stuff here. So, I'm thinking, okay, well, I know what they are now, but he sent two, and I wanted to give one of these to somebody. So I'm like, okay. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But I also, this is part of this. Oh, and I got some pictures. Got some pictures of Jesus and Too Tall Paul in some Dolphin gear. Looking forward to showing that at the end of the video. Jesus sends me a great pour of this Hardens Creek Frankfurt, which is in my Dolphin glass, and an awesome freaking patch. It's the American flag and the Dolphins logo below it. Dude, absolutely loving this. I can't wait to get that on a piece of gear. Got these awesome samples here. Let me see if I can get some good mojo going here. My Dolphin glass off of Dolphin Victory pour. Man, that Hardin Creek smells so nice. Wow. I clearly need to be hunting this. Great mouth feel. I get some, everyone always claims peanutty, but I do get a little peanutty on this one. Nice caramels, nice oaks on this. Great mouthfeel. I'm getting just a tiny bit of a spice on the back of it, which is very nice. But this is a great pour. Thank you so much for this, Jesus. Let's get back to these. So I mentioned in a video before that he got the blue wax on there. I thought, I wonder if he's trolling me with some cowboy stuff on there. And sure enough, he confirmed it in an email. He says, yeah, I put an Easter egg in there for you, which I love. I love that. I think I love this, super creative. He used his girlfriend's finest nonstick pan to do this. I'm hoping you're okay, Paul, because women, when they have an attachment to something, you mess it up, you're in trouble big time. So I'm hoping that went well for you. But yesterday I was at one of my favorite stores. I was meeting with a friend, a friend and someone that's a member of this channel, Andy, and we were trading out some pours. He had a hazmat rye that I've been seeing at the bottle shop, which is where this hunt's going to be at today. And I had a pour of some Obtainium that he wanted to try, and we also swapped out a couple other samples. But this was over at Maple Party because, I just happened to be going by there for something else, which will be in a video that I picked up for Matt out there at Whiskey Wisdom. So we're there, and all of a sudden, Eric comes in. Eric's a big-time member of the channel. I see him at all the bourbon drops and stuff. If you watch the Alabama bourbon drop, I'd mentioned him in that bourbon drop where, his wife was actually one spot ahead of me. And he was like, make sure she's doing good on this. She had her list. I'm like, dude, she didn't need my help at all. She was freaking killing it. So when I'm at there and I'm like, hey, Eric, what you looking for? He says, I'm just hunting for something. I'm like, what? Well, in these bottles here, there's a C923. There's the Bruzel 13th Colony pick. And there's also some of the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. And Eric said, I'm looking for the Maker's Mark Cellars Aged. And both Andy and I kind of said, man, that's a hard one to find. Those are running secondary about $350. And I said, a little light bulb went off. And it doesn't happen very often that good ideas come off. But I said, Eric, you know what? I said, I actually have some extra samples of this Maker's Mark Cellars Aged. Eric is a member of our armed forces, upstanding guy. His wife is fantastic. I said, you know what? I was gifted a set. I want to get that to Eric. So I thought, you know what? I think it was some, if you ever listen to Jim Harold, he always talks about sometimes too much of a coincidence isn't a coincidence. So I was like, I've been looking to give this someone to. This is someone that serves our country. They came in looking for this specific bottle. I'm going to get them a sample and a couple other great samples. So Eric, congratulations. I'll hopefully see you at the bourbon drop, depending on what kind of stuff they put out for January. But if not, I'll get it to you earlier than that. So you'll get an A, B, and C. This is from Too Tall Paul, gifting that to the show. Thank you so very much, Paul. I absolutely appreciate it. Jesus, absolutely digging this pour. Hopefully it'll bring these Dolphins some luck today. Because the Bills, man, that's good. The Bills tend to get into us pretty good, even in Miami. But you know what? Miami plays so much better at home. Should be a good crowd tonight. Looking forward to it. So, another bottle up here. Now, this one's open. I promise you, I've got one that's sealed. And it is downstairs where I'm reworking everything for my studio down there. But I have another 1792 store pick down there. And I've been saying as we're getting kind of closer now, when I hit 1,792 members of this channel, I'll do a drawing and someone will get a bottle of the 1792 Bottle and Bond store pick. So just a small thank you to say thank you so much for growing the channel. I know we'll do something bigger at 2,000. Absolutely looking forward to that. But I appreciate the steady growth and I appreciate all that you guys do. Makes for a lot of fun. Now that I've gone into my big, huge preamble, and the sun's come out again. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. So anyways, I've gone in my preamble. I went by the bottle shop the other day, and I've been kind of looking for something for a while. And sure enough, I found it. It's not something that sits on the shelf all the time, and I hadn't had one before. But let you roll the footage. You guys tell me what I missed. You guys do such a good job of pointing out, hey, you need to check this bottle out. I got a list of bottles that I need to check out. And I slowly but surely get to them. And I know this is supposed to be dry January, but you guys have me hunting so many different things, I can't catch up. So maybe in 2026, I might have a dry January. We're not sure yet. Still working through that. But enjoy the video. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you on the tail end of the video. welcome back. So I know you guys are going to find some things in there that I should have picked up. I know that like Canadian Chris is like, dude, this is there. I've had other people say, man, I can't believe you're sleeping on this. A lot of you just point out some great things on there. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what I missed on there. But I did pick up a bottle that I was looking forward to. I'm hoping, this will be something that I'll tend to start enjoying and look for it seasonally, and we'll see what we got. But this is my first little book. This is Little Book 7. The store actually got in like 6 of them and put them out on the shelf. And as I was walking through there, I saw the Little Book tag, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys have Little Book? He says, actually, we're bringing out the last 2 now. We put out 4 and they're gone. We're bringing out the last 2 now. And so I was sitting there talking with some of the guys. I was talking, I believe, with John and with Harry out there at the bottle shop. They're just awesome guys. Jonathan out there is fantastic too. They have such good people out there. But we were talking about that. There was a guy standing right next to us, and he was like, I think I want one of those too. And I'm like, dude, that is awesome. So the last 2 bottles, they were putting them out on the shelf. I happened to get one. So Little Book 7. Excited about that. So if you guys have had some Little Books, which Little Books are your favorite? Which are the ones that I need to start hunting? Because I've probably been missing out on this game. Probably very similar to what I've been missing out on K-Luke. Oh my gosh, that K-Luke was so good yesterday. But tell me, which Little Book do I need to hunt? But it's Sunday. I know that there's a lot of people still working out there in the world, military, first responders, just people keeping the country going day to day. Our truck drivers out there, people just working, just to get ends meet on the table. Appreciate every one of you. This has been a nice week for me where I take vacation at the end of the holiday season to kind of catch up on things, and it actually came in timing very well so I could help my father and help with some things around the house. So it worked out. Go back to work tomorrow. But those that are working, I hope your work time goes by fast. I hope your off time when you get off goes by slow. Either hang out with family or friends, or even just by yourself to energize and get ready for the next day. But most importantly, all, cheers and God bless. You all have an amazing day, and fins up.